What's going on, y'all? My name's New Age, and in this episode, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got into lowriding and how I got my first lowrider. We're gonna have a seat with my father-in-law as he talks to us how he got into the game too. And we're here for ages, man. All right, Mr. Rosales. So, what got you into lowriding?
What got me into lowriding? I think just it's. I think first of all, it's just in our blood, man. In our culture, in our race, it's something we do, man. It's like probably every race has something they kind of like to do and stuff like that. I think lowriding is just in our blood, man. Growing up in South Central, it's just the way of life out there,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Being from LA and
all part of the culture.
Yeah, definitely, man. You see, lowriders, and it's something when you're small. It's something that you see on the street, hoping one day when you grow up, it's something you could have or be part of.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, something like that. That's what got me into it.
What would you say like drew you most about it? Because I mean, some people might like the paint, some people might like the rims, some people might like it because the girls are gonna be drawn to it. But I mean, what's something that like really drew you to it? Big, like the first thing you see that just made you fall in love with the first lowrider?
Everything, man, everything. The paint, the just driving one, the feeling you get. The girls too. I'm married, I can't really say that, but everything, man. Just driving a car that especially if you put the car together, you paint your touches. It's a part of you. It's like a kid,
Yeah.
So it's not one thing about lowriding. It's everything, man. The brotherhood, your friends, your family gets involved. So basically that, man, it's just everything. It's a whole combination of all the pieces that gets you into it,
Yeah, that's true too. Like the biggest thing for me is when I see the car, it's like it's not just the paint or like crazy patterns. Like it's a piece of art, and it's like people put like their heart and their soul and just passion into it, trying to make like that one thing pop the most. And that's what I try to show the most of about, like, it's just a piece of art driving down the road or wherever you're going.
Right.
You know what I mean? So not just for the heavy one. A lot of people don't know. They see like the car in the video shoots and photo shoots, but you gave me this car as a gift,
right.
And a fat blessing, and I thank you for that for forever. But well, I mean, that doesn't happen every day. So I mean, what made you want to pass down this car to me?
You know what? I got the car from one of my friends, man, Sergio, and I think he picked it up from somebody else. And then sometime, I believe he got it from somebody else, and it's something like we're talking about. You build the car, whatever, and it would be sad for that one dude that did build it, to know that his car is somewhere not being taken care of, not being loved by somebody else, and like I said, I picked it up from Sergio, and it's something, I love lowriding. I got other cars, and I see the passion that you have for it too, the love for it. So basically that, man, when, I'll work on it and you come out here and help me and stuff like that, and how interested you are in questions and stuff like that. So that's one of the biggest reasons, man, to carry on, and if something you love and I could help out with, a lot of times it's hard for somebody to buy a car or build a car or have, especially at a young age, because you got family, you got other priorities, bills, things like that. So it takes a long time for people to have something, which is, you want to put that work and the longer it takes and you do have something, I mean, you tend to feel a lot more love, a lot more passion for having it.
Yeah.
But if I could help somebody out and help you out, man, and keep this thing going, then that's one of the biggest reasons, man.
I appreciate that, for real, because I don't know if I told you, but I remember, like I said, the love for the cars has always been there. My pops was more into like the hot rods and muscle cars,
right.
But then the more I started noticing lowriders and seeing lowriders, like I just fucking love them. But my cousin's boyfriend, when I was younger, he used to have an El Camino. And that was the first time I seen it. I was just drawn to the car. I loved it. It was all stock. It was two-tone black and orange.
Wow,
it was just like just the original colors and everything.
It's funny how you remember things like that. You know the details when you're so young, and being a car guy, it's not just lowriding. I love all kind of cars.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's funny, you do see that one car that stays with you ever since you were little. You grow up and you're like, man, I remember this car.
Yeah.
Right? I remember my neighbor or my cousin or and that's funny, man. That's funny.
I just think it's funny how it worked out too. That was the car I was drawn to. There's the car that you wind up getting somehow and shit. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like everything works out, and is crazy how you said keep that thing going, because even Ariel now, like she loves lowriders, and she's already being brought into the culture and realizing what it is, and she has a little battery car that she calls her lowrider and stuff. Wipes the wheels, take cares of it. So I see what you mean too, just by passing it along, and it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely, man. And like I said, something's for like I said, somebody put their heart and passion into this car.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it was mine for a while, and now it's yours, and continue for that one guy that did build it, and you know, now it's yours, and you know, you add your little touches to it and stuff like that. But definitely that's what it is. That's why at the end of the day, like you said, now a little Ariel, you know, she's into it, and she's, you know, maybe one day she'll grow up
and she'll want one too. I'll pass this one down to her and just keep it going.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
keep it going. So for you, what's if you could have any car, your dream car, down to the T, paint, what car would you have, and how would you have it set up?
Oh wow, man, that's a hard question because there's so many cars, and with age,
no, it's hard too. Yeah,
I think with age,
start getting like different. You like this car one year, you're like, oh, but I really like this one the next month. So it's always kind of hard to pick and choose.
And I think a lot with age has to do with it, because when you're young, it's like, man, any car will do, you know. As long
exactly.
As any car, you know. But then the older you get, you're like, man, you know, you start kind of seeing different cars, and it changes for you, you know. But I have one of my dream cars, you know. I got a 1979 Cadillac Cabriolet original, you know, and a dream car is a 63 Impala, which I know soon I'll have one, you know. Soon, very soon, you know.
Convertible, of course.
Convertible, yeah. Of course. And in color, man, you know, at the time, you know, you probably have something in mind, but it changes, you know. When you do have a car, you're like, man, I wanted this color, but then, you know, so we'll have to wait and see on color and stuff like that. I'm not really big on, man, this is my color, this is my special color. It's just probably, you know, what you'll feel at that moment, like, man, I want this car this color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely, man, 1963 Chevy Impala, convertible and super sport, if not, you know. Yeah, but like I said, I already have a car that you know, if I die tomorrow, I'm happy. I've got a 79, you know, Cadillac, and I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Definitely. You seem like you said you grew up in LA. You've seen the culture. You've seen the cars. You've seen everything. Have you really seen like the transitions between it? Have a lot of things changed and a lot of things stay the same as you see lowriders and as they continue on with the younger generations?
You know what? It's not a trend. It's not it's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle. And a lot of things you've seen in the 70s and the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, nowadays, you know, a lot of it's the same because it's just perfect and it just stays that way. You know what I mean? As far as changes, is maybe like paint and stuff like that it evolves, you know. People bring out different designs, different things that work out on cars and stuff like that, which is fine, man. I love every kind of car, whatever kind of car it is, and the color. I can't tell you I don't love pinstriping or this color or that color or gold on the car and stuff like that. It's just whatever people choose to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the way I see it, you know. It's evolved, and at the same time it hasn't, and it's just something that's been around for a while, and it'll continue to be here for many years, you know. It's not a trend, it's a lifestyle.
Definitely. Do you think that I know it's like slowly starting to come out, like with those videos that we see with the lowrider role models and how they try to do more behind of, you know, like you said, it's a lifestyle, it's a culture, but there at the same time is a lot of bad stereotypes put with lowriding. Do you think that time will come where they kind of just say, like, you know, yeah, they have these things drawn to it, but at the same time, like, do we think they'll ever get rid of that shit and just admit that it's a love for the car in the end?
What's something that's been around for you know, for a while already in videos and stuff like that, back, you know, since the 80s and stuff like that, and in movies, and you know, it's a bad stereotype and stuff like that. So it probably just take people, you know, to keep doing it in a positive way,
right?
And that'll kind of, you know, maybe change, you know, people's stereotype of low riding and stuff like that. I mean, it might not, you know what I mean? But we're not here to for somebody to approve of what we do, or you know, or whatever they think of lowriding, that's them. As long as we enjoy it and we do it in a positive way and we love it, like I said, it's part of what we are. It's like a son, like a daughter. Our car, it's an extension of the family. And that's all that matters, man. Whether it changes or not, or people's minds and stuff like that. It takes people with strong minds, and do positive things. And at the same time, it doesn't. Everybody's different. So whether they accept it or not, or it's here to stay, man. It's just what it is.
It's like I've told you before too. Like I didn't grow up around the culture fully, but every time I was around it or came to it, it's just like you get that feeling, like it's like a home feeling, like I'm here, and like it just like feels natural and normal to you. And that's just like the best thing ever, because I'm still new to coming into the lowrider community with this car in general, meeting new people and stuff like that. But when you just get that feeling like of being accepted for the same love and passion, like I think that's really the best thing too.
Right. Yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. I mean, you don't have to grow up in. A lot of people. My cousin did it. My uncle did it, and things like that. It's like you said. It's something that you probably always liked or probably always seen, and until you're that close and you're able to have one or touch it, or you know what I mean, then it becomes like, man,
Then you go full on in, because you're like, no, I got it. I can't stop now.
Yeah, definitely. That's the way it is.
Cool. So what's one thing, since we're just finish this off, what's one thing you want to give tips or tell somebody that's coming into the lowrider game or wants to go into the lowrider game and wants to start up their car? What's something you would tell them?
Well, you know what? Some people are blessed where they could do it real easy, whether there's have a great job and stuff like that, to where they're able to afford one. And there's people that don't, you got a hard, you work hard, a 9 to 5, and it takes a while. It takes a year, 2, 3.
Because this shit ain't cheap at all.
It's not.
Like
And
shit
some
breaks
people
and shit. You gotta change shit out constantly.
Right. Some people got the money to build one in a year. Some people takes 3, 4, 5 years, and that's what makes it better when it takes that long, or even a year. You're putting your hard time, your money and stuff like that. It's not easy. You got bills to pay. You got the wife, the kids. It's always something, but you surround yourself with a great group of guys, and that makes a big difference too, positive, and they're there to help you, and it's a brotherhood, man. It's like family and things like that, everybody positive and helping each other out, and that's what makes it great too, man, and easier, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate the time too, Mr. Rosales, and thank you again,
man,
for like literally passing on this car to me. Like, you don't know how, I can't say enough thank you for it. And
anytime, man, anytime, and continue to be you, man, and
definitely.
And you're gonna do great things, man. Just continue to do what you do, and that's what we're here for, man. Help each other out.
All right, Mr. Rosales, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We good.
Oh.